We have an eye-opening report tonight about the growing gap between the rich and poor. It confirms that most of the money in the world is controlled by a handful of very rich men. CTV's Vennavally-Rao has that story.
From luxury yachts to fancy sports cars, they're the toys of the ultra-rich, an elite, high-flying group, gobbling up ever more of the pie of prosperity.
Inequality is definitely getting worse in a lot of countries, and you're seeing the super rich in particular move away from the rest of society.
The charity Oxfam finding the world's 8 richest billionaires, including Bill Gates and Zara founder Amancio Ortega, now have a combined net worth of more than 420 billion US, the same amount as the poorest half of the world's population combined. That's roughly 3.6 billion people.
If you just take a moment to let that sink in, 8 men own as much wealth as half of humanity.
We are the workers!
A gap between the poor and the wealthy that's also widening in Canada. The country's 2 richest businessmen are worth 33 billion, the same wealth of the bottom 30% of Canadians.
If you look at the rise of income inequality in Canada, it basically mirrors what we're seeing around the world in advanced economies.
Globally, many complain the super rich are driving down wages and using their power to influence politics and dodge taxes. The report also found between 1988 and 2011, incomes of the richest 1% rose 182 times more than the poorest 10%, leading to a sense of unfairness, and some say the election of Donald Trump.
We've now got Trump saying he's on the side of ordinary people, appointing a cabinet of billionaires. So people can see there's a broken system.
Still, of note, some of the top billionaires, such as Warren Buffett, Gates, and Facebook's Mark Zuckerberg, have pledged to give away most of their fortunes. Meanwhile, Oxfam is calling on governments to address the widening wealth gap, adding if it continues, in 25 years, the world could see its first trillionaire. Vennavally-Rao, CTV News, Toronto.